This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105. Hello everyone, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So without further ado, here we go. So let's have a discussion in relation to Jamaicans. And as we know, it's an exciting time in a sense when you're bearing in mind that you have national players that are in form, that are doing well for their club, because it bodes well. And certainly the performances can be replicated for country as well. So this is something that should be, should be appreciated, respected, and something that everyone should really grasp, really. So that is why from that perspective that we should be quite happy with things that are going on right there. So before we get into the gist of this video in particular, let me say, if you haven't already, go and check out that interview done with Deshaun Brown. And also the update as it relates to Hull City and perhaps the plans that they have in the future for former national players. ISAB says, up Simon, how's it going? I'm doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. And guys, I implore you as well to make your comments or questions highlighted. Use the super chat feature. You also have stickers and you also have super thanks as well. Super thanks is now available, so you can use your super thanks option as well so that you guys can get the most credible content as well. So yeah, Simon and guest host his cough. I hear what you're saying. But yeah, let's get right into the match, shall we, as it relates to Major League Soccer, as Andre Blake and Corey Burke, they're knocking on the door as they push for the Philadelphia Union to claim the title. So this is where the conference is as it relates to the MLS playoffs. Philadelphia Union, which comprises Andre Blake and Corey Burke, they got the better of Alvis Powell and FC Cincinnati. We know FC Cincinnati also has Omar Cummings working in the front office for them. And we know as well Tyrone Marshall was the interim for them last year. And at this point in time, he's the FC Cincinnati 2 manager. So he's in the MLS Next Pro. So that is something that they're working on right. The MLS Next Pro is, you could say, in a sense, the third tier in the system. And in 2023, it's going to expand to 27 teams. So that should be fun, you know? So we'll look forward to that. MLS Next Pro and how things are progressing there. Are there any other Jamaicans that stand a chance to advance in the league? Well, you will have on this weekend, New York City FC taking on Montreal. And New York City FC, while they don't have any Jamaican internationals on their roster, they have Sean Johnson, a former national under 17 and under 20 player. And also on their roster, they have Tavon Gray. Tavon Gray is a homegrown player, 20-year-old right back. Tavon Gray was born to Jamaican parents. This is an individual that had trials with Fulham and Tottenham Hotspur before settling in that Cedar Stars Academy in 2012. He's 20. He knows what it's like to win trophies. He played for USA at under 17 level, but he's not played for any team as it relates to the senior team. So he still remains eligible. Won the MLS Cup in 2021, so that's something going in his favor in particular. FC Dallas, well, they'll next be in action and they take on Austin FC. Now, with FC Dallas specifically in the grand scheme of things, what you find is that where they are in the table, they are basically a team trying to mesh things, as in the likes of Sebastian Lletget, Jesus Ferreira, and in addition, Isaiah Parker. That's the what FC Dallas are trying to use as their weapons moving forward for this encounter. Austin FC, we know that the USL franchise is no longer in existence, but it's the MLS franchise that has taken things now in Austin, and they stand a chance of glory as well. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments as well. Do an update on Tyreek Mitchell. Yeah, well, the thing is that at this point in time, he's in the England frame, so Jamaica is not in his picture right now. Knocker kick the man, I'll go kick that off. Wicked Man Chris says, Blakey, if him win the league, trust me, him need to make the European jump. So he has a contract with the Philadelphia Union until 2025. So the reality is that if any club from overseas, especially England, is going to acquire services, it's going to cost a pretty penny for him to do that. So I don't see a deal right now. But if 30 million pounds come on the table, then certainly it's something that can be achieved. IS Up says, predicting a LAFC Philadelphia final. I think that could happen. LAFC versus Philadelphia Union? Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you win the league MVP. Yeah. All right. Agreed. If Philadelphia Union go on to win Major League Soccer, then yes, Philadelphia Union in Andre Blake, yeah, I can definitely see him in England or Europe broadly speaking. Corey Burke, he's enjoying life in Pennsylvania, and he didn't enjoy the experience that he had in Austria. He says that Philadelphia is home for him, and that's where he wants to spend the remainder of his contract. So that's the situation with him. So it's New York against Montreal, LAFC against LA Galaxy. Well, LAFC defeated LA Galaxy in El Tráfico 3-2, and FC Dallas against Austin. So that's a Texas derby right there. And of course, the MLS Cup final is November 5. And the winner of that will qualify for the 2023 edition of the CONCACAF Champions League. So that's something for us to look forward to. And we'll see if a Jamaican will be claiming the title. So we'll watch that quite keenly and seeing how they match up to things. And we've had a Jamaican in the final for a number of years now, dating back to roughly the 2008 season, where Dane Richards and New York Red Bulls took on Columbus Crew. 2009, we know we had Real Salt Lake. Yeah, Real Salt Lake took on the LA Galaxy. Donovan Ricketts got injured, but Andy Williams and Real Salt Lake claiming the title that year. So we've had a fair bit of Jamaican representation in these sorts of finals. So let's hope and let's see if there will be some Jamaican representation moving forward within the competition. So we'll see, but it is a good point to note about Andre Blake has already won the MLS Goalkeeper of the Year award for the third time, more than any other goalkeeper in the history of the league. As we know, dating back to 2014, he broke barriers because in the history of the draft, no goalkeeper was ever drafted at number 1, but he broke that right there. Not only the first Jamaican, but the first person in MLS history to win the award 3 times in a row, more than Donovan Ricketts, Brad Friedel, Casey Keller, Tony Miola, Zach Thornton, Sebastian Fry, Stefan Fry, and amongst many, many others. So it just shows that he is a cut above the rest in the league already. So The performances have shown that he has done everything in North America. All he has to do to, in a sense, put the icing on the cake is to win a trophy with his team. He's won all the individual accolades, so it's not all about winning that team award, the MLS Cup. And once he can do that, he'll basically have everything under his disposal. So after this chapter, across the Atlantic, and then we'll take it from there. But at this point in time, as I said in previous videos, the opportunities are currently in Eastern Europe, and he's often said already that it has to be the right opportunity. It has to be the right move for him. Right now, he's going to be 32 in November, thereabouts. So he says the next move for him has to be that move where it's at that club that is of value, prestige. So that's what I think there. Let me take a couple of you guys' questions. Not a fan of the USL Corner League, but Noyadman in the final stages. The United Soccer League, of course, every year Jamaicans win this competition, specifically the United Soccer League, and every year there's at least one Jamaican in a final, and we're dating back close to a decade at this point in time in terms of this competition. But we still have the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference to be played in this league. Of course, you have the knockout competition going on right now, but we have a fair bit of Jamaican representation still within these competitions. So, of course, I fully expect a Jamaican to win this competition. We know that we don't have Speedy at Louisville City FC at this point in time, but at San Antonio FC, we do have Deshane Beckford at there, and he's already in the Eastern Conference, and we still have a few more games to get through within this competition. Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Birmingham Legion, Miami FC, Tampa Bay Rowdies, we have Detroit City FC, Memphis FC, San Diego Loyal, Oakland Roots. So a lot more matches to get through. Quite a bit more matches to get through. Blake is your MLS, man. So yeah, you're right. Time for that move right now. Question, Simon, what clubs in Eastern Europe looking at Blakey? Well, specifically, we're talking about Bulgaria, Slovenia, Slovakia, those markets specifically, but he's made it extremely clear that that next move has to be a move which is the right fit for him. And that's fairly understandable. Look how much players have made moves to Europe, and they in an environment where they're uncomfortable and they lack minutes. So he has made it clear that he's not going into an environment which he's unfamiliar with. He's not just going to go to Europe for Europe's sake. You know what I mean? So it has to be an opportunity that is right for him specifically. So that's why I said, guys, be patient. I'm not concerned. I think the work that you do will speak for yourself, and nothing happens before its time in life. And for a goalkeeper, you know that their shelf life is a bit longer than outfield players. So that is the reason why I said that it's at 32 for a goalkeeper. He's still a bit more time under his belt. So don't be concerned right now that a European opportunity hasn't come his way. I would say around December, early January, we can look out. But worst case scenario, the summer next year, as it relates to his sort of movements. The only thing that I could see him keeping him at Philadelphia Union is if they make him the highest paid player in MLS history. Right now, he's on roughly about $500,000 a year. Ravel Morrison is the highest paid Jamaican in the league at $900,000 a year. So if they make him the highest paid player in the league, that's perhaps the only way I would see him staying. I mean, he's shown his love for Philadelphia Union the past 9 seasons, but certainly he wants to challenge himself for the next chapter. And of course, the qualifiers coming up in 2024, as that would in itself be his last campaign for Jamaica. And of course, with USA, Mexico, Canada already securing automatic qualification to the next World Cup, we're looking at Costa Rica, Panama, Honduras, basically those teams fighting with Jamaica for those 3 automatic spots. So this, for him, it would be that last hurrah for him in World Cup qualifying. And finally, Wickedman Chris says, so basically he wants to go to the top 5 league, right? Yes, that is correct. So England, France, Italy, Spain, and Germany, one of those 5 areas is where he would like to go. But once I get the information as it relates to which club specifically, yep, you all will be the first to know for sure. But thank you guys for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105.